And understand this, I'm not asking you to like make major changes in your life. Mera nara yahi hai. Everybody out loud, deep breath in. Small is equal to big. Say it out loud, please. Small is equal to big, which means small changes will give you big results. Once again, repeat this, please. Small changes will give me big results. 5 minutes early in the class, I will certainly differentiate myself from the competition. Yes or no? I look after my grooming. I will certainly differentiate myself in the interview. Yes or no? I look after my body language and my facial language, my posture, my communication skills. I will certainly differentiate myself from the crowd. Yes or no? Small things create a huge impact. I sign up for 2 online courses. In addition to what the faculty here is teaching me, what happens? Suddenly the competition has dropped. Understand this, please. I want 8 volunteers on the stage very quickly for a very important demonstration. Come on, 8 volunteers very quickly. Please understand this. I'm doing a demonstration so you can come here, so you can understand this. Now, this is where most people are. I'll say this is the crowd. You get this? This is the crowd. This is where most people are. This is what majority of your classmates will do. I'm not saying you will do it, you're just here for a demonstration. They will spend more time on social media, they will not sleep well, they will not eat properly, they will not have breakfast. Now, यहाँ पे competition कम है कि ज़्यादा है? कुछ लोग श्योर नहीं ऑडियंस में, ज़्यादा है. मैंने यहाँ इंटरव्यू लेने गया मान लो, right? I'm for a job interview here. I'll have to spend more time, there's more competition, there's more participants, yes or no? ये ग्रुप है, ये अकेला ही खड़ा है यार. तो बहुत स्मार्ट है बंदा, बहुत वेरी गुड. मैं यहाँ इंटरव्यू लेने जा रहा हूँ, बंदा ये कहा है इंटरव्यू में. मेरे ग्रुप एंट्री क्राइटेरिया ही बड़ा स्ट्रिक्ट था. Hired sir, congratulations, welcome to my complete package of 12 lakh rupees per annum. Round of applause for him. Now the question is, you would want to know how you can stand there, yes or no? Some of you are not sure. So I will wrap up the presentation. Do you want to know this, yes or no? He's doing just a little bit extra. That's what he's doing. He's just doing a little bit extra. He's just a few steps ahead of them. Clear हो रहा है demonstration से? कई बार ना theoretically things are not clear. I want you to do this. He's just doing a little bit extra. Remember this, please. There is no traffic on the extra mile. Take a deep breath in and say out loud, there is no traffic on the extra mile. Now, sir, there is no traffic around you because you are on the extra mile. Go a little bit extra, you will find out all the competition is left behind. Just a little bit. Now, somebody from the audience, tell me, what are things you can do? What are the little things you can do to be in this group? Come on. What are the little things, small things you can do to be in this group? Small is equal to big, the small things. Wake up early, thank you, yes. Wake up early, you certainly are in this group. How many of you early risers here? Raise your hands. All right, only a few. Nah, come on. All of you are like looking, everybody's raising their hands, okay? I know the truth. We'll ask your parents later on, right? Waking up early will take you into this group, yes or no? What else? और कौन सी चीजें हैं, कौन से behaviors हैं, कौन सा mindset है that will put you in that group? Extra efforts, thank you, yes. Investing time on yourself, yes. इसने social media बंद कर दिया, suddenly he'll be in that group, yes or no? Yes. He will have, yes, of course. He will suddenly free up so much time, so much energy. He will not know what to do. I give you a situation. I did this and I was liberated. Delete all social media apps. I just keep WhatsApp on my phone. And what happened? Out of habit, I'll pick up my phone again and again and again and again. And then I'll say, अब करूँ क्या इसका है तो कुछ नहीं इसमें फिर वापस रख दिया, right? ना Insta है, ना FB है, ना Twitter है, कुछ नहीं. They're not on my phone, they're on my laptop. So I can monitor the usage. So what has happened is, every time I pick up my phone out of habit, I don't know what to do with it. So suddenly I put it down and then I say, okay, let me meditate, let me exercise, let me do my prayers, let me do something else, right? You cut down social media, you're in that group. What else? Come on. What else you can do? Huh?
Worship God.
Sorry?
Worship God.
Worship God, yes. Connect with the divine forces, yes. Whatever religion you follow. Yes, what else? One by one, please. Can you stand up and say it out loud? Consistent, okay, good. Somewhere from the back, yes. Absolutely, stepping outside your comfort zone. You do something which is challenging every day. Mentimeter is the first time I'm using it today. We had a little challenge with it, but if I would not use it today, I would not know how to use that software. You with me on this? I was a little uncomfortable. We had a little hiccup there, but here's the bottom line. If I would not have used that software Mentimeter in a live presentation today, we've been using it in virtual. अगर आज मैं इसे use ना करता, I would not become comfortable with it. So I pushed myself outside the comfort zone, and guess what has happened now? Me and my team, we now know how to operate Mentimeter more comfortably in a live environment. What else? What are other things you can do to be in that group? Make a to-do list, plan your time. What else? Sorry? Self-grooming, yes, very good. And I'd like to compliment you. You've looked after your grooming, very nice. Communication skills, yes, no. Right? Research proves if you can communicate better than other people, your career success chart will be way quicker, way higher than others. It's not about, of course, what you know is important, but it's how much you can communicate to other people, how much you can convince other people with your ideas. What else? Believe in yourself, yes. Mind mapping, great way to study, great way to for revisions and other things. Mind mapping is a great tool. What else?
Action at the right time.
Action at the right time. Act at the right time. Be present right at the right time, in the right place, with the right people. Your life will flourish. And I personally know people who have suffered, even gone to jail for being in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people. No fault of theirs. So please, very important point. What else? Sorry? Thinking outside the box, being creative, being innovative. You're all here at a technology institute, yes or no? Being innovative and creative is going to be one of the most important things you can do for your success. The world needs innovation. Companies need innovators and creative minds. Okay? One more and then we're done with this demonstration. Sorry? Working on the things that you're afraid of. Thank you very much. Standing here on the stage, improve your confidence a little bit today? Yeah, a little bit, of course. Do the things that you're scared of and your fear will go down. Give this group a round of applause, please. Thank you very much. You can return back to your seats. Thank you. Do the things that you're afraid of and you will certainly improve. Can you understand? I hope you can all see this. 1 raised to the power 365 is equal to 1. Some of you are not sure about this. It is 1. Now, if we add 1.01, right, and now raised to the power 365, which is the number of days in a year, what is the outcome? 37.8. You with me? But if I'm just deteriorating 0.01% every day, just 1% less, क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार? What difference does it make? आज नोटबुक नहीं है, मैं क्लास में चले जाता हूँ, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आज क्लास लगाता ही नहीं हूँ, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Right? Of course नहीं फर्क पड़ेगा, उस दिन नहीं पड़ेगा उतना. But what happens is these habits add up. So 0.99% raised to the power 365, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, you're almost equal to 0. This is the power of small things, small habits which can change your life. You with me? Gaining something so far? Yes? So as we close, I want you to think about these 3 things. You all have notebooks available with you? Yes? Can you please open them? It's a very important life transforming exercise. There are only 3 questions I want to ask you today. I want you to write them down. And you know what you will do? When I will finish, I'll give you my social media handles. And I want you to do 2 things. What you learned in this session, please post it there. Tag me. And number 2, the responses to this. I'm going to ask you 3 very simple questions. Start, stop, continue. Right. What should you start doing which you're not doing at the moment, which will give you a great result in over an extended period of time? वो कौन सी चीज़ है जो आप इस समय नहीं कर रहे हो, अगर आप आज शुरू करो तो कुछ समय बाद अच्छा रिजल्ट देगी? What should you start? With me? I want you to think about that. These are your answers. I will not give you a set. I'm not a trainer, gym trainer. You know, wake up in the morning, have green tea with adrak ubal ke piyo, methi ubal ke piyo. I'm not going to do that. This is your life. You should figure out. What should you? What is the first question? Start doing. Number 2. What should I stop doing? कल मेरी एक बड़ी अच्छी मेरे मेंटर हैं, मेरे नज़दीक रहते हैं, तो ही जस्ट हैपन टू कम ओवर. ही सेड समथिंग वेरी पावरफुल. जनरल बातचीत हो रही थी. कहते बेटा जे इंसान अपना दुश्मन खुद हो गए ना, फिर बाहरले दुश्मनों की लोड़ ही नहीं पैंदी. एंड दैट रियली हिट मी. अगर आप अपने दुश्मन खुद बन गए ना, तो बाहरले किसी दुश्मन की ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. और अगर आप अपने दोस्त खुद बन गए ना, तो बाहर की दुनिया में दोस्त है या नहीं है फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. What should you stop doing? आपको कौन से बिहेवियर्स, कौन सी आदतें, what should you stop as you leave this auditorium? What are the bad habits which are stopping you from your success? I will not discuss them. You know what they are. Write them down. What gets written gets done. Don't let this be just a mental conversation. Sit down and write when you get time. What should I stop? And make it your life's mission. This simple exercise can transform you. Number 3, what should I continue doing? What am I good at? If I'm an early riser, I should continue doing that. If I'm looking after my physical fitness, I should continue doing that. मेरी अच्छी आदतें कौन सी हैं जो मुझे कंटिन्यू करनी है? This stuff making sense? What should I start? What should I stop? What should I continue? These 3 questions, I promise you, can change your life. And I also believe that you are mature enough that you can be your own mentor or guide using this tool. Can I trust you with that? That you're not a little child who needs to be spoon-fed. Okay? 2 or 3 stories before I leave. Would you like to listen to a story? The first one is a personal one. Sam was my nickname when I worked in the UK. Everybody had shortened my name to make it easy. I said, fine, no problem. I make breakfast के spelling गलत है ना? किया notice नहीं? नहीं? Okay. It's breakfast. Punjabi wala breakfast, right? So it's a nice early morning in my hotel that I worked with in the UK. And I'm sitting in my office, and the office next to my office is the head chef's office. किसका office है? Head chef का. So I'm hearing that there is some interview going on. And this was a small English village, 40 miles south of London, small English town where we had a lot of tourists and all that. Not many Indians there. And I'm hearing somebody in a very prominent Haryanvi Punjabi accent. मैं बड़ा खुश हुआ यार, अपना को बंदा आया और इंटरव्यू दे रहा है. तो head chef told me, Sam, I told you we wanted 1 person for a dishwasher. मैं कहा हाँ, I remember. कहता this application had come in. मेरी इंटरव्यू ठीक ठाक होगी, मतलब ठीक लग रहा है, but since he's from your part of world, why don't you also talk to him? I said, fine, I'll talk to him, send him over. So he comes to my office, and there's this very skinny, soft-spoken, nice-looking guy. His name is Prem. Prem came from the district of Haryana. Now the interview regarding dishwasher is not very complicated. I said, have you operate? It's all machine-based. So what you have to do is you have to do the optimum utilization of the machine during the peak hours. So the machine is not idle, so that the dishes are going in, dirty dishes are going in from this side. And so when the hotel is very, very busy, we need the dishes out at a quick pace. So it's just basic common sense. It's not rocket science. Minimum wage. Minimum wage at that point in the UK was £4.80, I believe, at that point. So he told me, he said, sir, मैं तो इदां दे परिवार चों आना, साडी जिन्नी सब्जी भी उगदी है मैं सिर ते चुक के लैके असीं उत्थे जाके बेच के आने हैं. मतलब he was telling me about his financial conditions back home, very, very tough. Anyway, we hired him. Long story short, we hired him at basic minimum salary, which was 4.85. Now, this person was extra mile mindset. What was he? Which mindset? Extra mile. You remember the group here? But he was here. What would the group do? मेरी job क्या है? डिशवॉशर. मैं क्या करूंगा? डिश वॉश करूंगा. कंपनी मेरे को किस काम के पैसे देती है? डिश वॉशिंग के. दैट्स व्हाट आई विल डू, राइट? बट ही वाज वेरी क्यूरियस. Please remember, all my young friends, everything that you know about the world was thanks to curiosity, yes or no? All the big breakthroughs in physics or nuclear science in every field were thanks to curiosity, yes or no? And you don't need to go to Stanford or Harvard to be curious. You just need to have that curiosity inside you. So he would observe what's happening in other parts of the kitchen. So he could speak almost zero English. ये प्रॉब्लम बीच वालों को आती है, जीरो वाले होते हैं ब्लैंक स्लेट एंड ओपन माइंड. उसके लिए इंग्लिश भी वही बराबर थी, स्पेनिश भी वही बराबर थी, फ्रेंच भी वही बराबर थी, उसको तो कोई नहीं आती थी. तो ही केम टू मी वन डे, सेड सैम, हाँ जी, मैनू ना इंग्लिश सिखा दो. मैं कहता तू किन्नी पढ़िया थे? बिल्कुल भी नहीं पढ़िया. बड़ा मौका प्रोजेक्ट है. मैं कहता हम कर, ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, वी कैन डू. मैं कहा पॉजिटिव माइंडेड, वी कैन डू समथिंग. मैं कहता तू अपने पॉकेट्स में एक नोटबुक लगा एंड एवरी डे और सो मैं तेनों ना 1-2 वर्ड सिखा दिया करांगा. 2 वर्ड्स मेरे को सिख लिया, 2 वर्ड शेफ को सिख लिया, किते ना किते 5-6 वर्ड्स तेरे हो जाने. साम आज तो बाद ना ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੰਚ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਟੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ. मैं कहा यार ये तो इंडिया वाली प्रिविलेज यूके में मिल रही है. I was very happy. So what he would do, which was, I mean, I used to go outside to eat or somewhere else, or I would have the Western continental meals. This guy was a very good cook. Every day I would have nice chicken curry or paneer curry along with the Punjabi rotiyan ban ke silver foil ch wrap karke. He was such a sweet guy. I became his unofficial English teacher. What do the Buddhists say? When the student is ready, the teacher will emerge. Was this student ready? Yes or no? Not only was he ready, he was hungry. How many of you are hungry? And not that hunger. How many of you are hungry? Is that a question? Okay, good, thanks. How many of you are hungry? You gotta have that hunger. When you have hunger, what do? There is no embarrassment. Sam, please teach me English. Chef, please teach me English. So सबने उसको मिलजुल कर 2-3-4 words English के सिखाने. Now because he was a blank slate, open mind blank slate, he was learning very, very quickly. Second, he had no other option. Everybody around him knew only one language, and that language was English. He started practicing, he got better. Now, here's the interesting part. There was a Spanish waitress working in our restaurant. Prem had started having a nice equation with her. And he also started learning Spanish from her side by side. I told you, there are no mental barriers. उसके लिए Spanish भी same है, English भी same है, उसको दोनों नहीं आती. दोनों स्क्रैच से शुरू करना है. He started learning Spanish also. So he was learning 2 languages. He was sleeping 3 to 4 hours per day. He was getting the salary of a dishwasher and doing the work of a chef. हर जगह जाके इसने फिर शेफ से पूछना शुरू कर दिया, chef, teach me how to cook. So when it was not busy, the chef started telling him, okay, breakfast is the easiest meal in any hotel, right? It's eggs or, or simple stuff, or sausages and things like that, coffee and tea and toast and all that. Chef started teaching him how to make ब्रेकफास्ट. बंदे की जॉब क्या है? डिश वॉशर. सैलरी किस चीज की मिल रही है? डिश वॉशर की. विजन क्या है? आगे कुछ करना है. एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंस? देयर इज दिस एंशिएंट ग्रीक सेइंग व्हिच सेज गुड लक इज व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन प्रिपरेशन मीट्स अपॉर्चुनिटीज. गुड लक, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वुड लाइक टू बी लकी, इज व्हाट हैपेंस when preparation meets opportunity. किन 2 चीज़ों का संगम होता है? मेहनत का मौके के साथ. इन 2 चीज़ों में आपके हाथ में क्या है? मेहनत. मौका आपके हाथ में नहीं. मौका अपने टाइम पर आएगा. जब मौका आएगा तब सवाल ये होगा, आर यू रेडी और नॉट. मौका बता के नहीं आएगा. कभी भी किसी समय यू कैन गेट अपॉर्चुनिटीज. दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंड. Saturday night, our chef had a lot to drink. 8 a.m. Sunday morning, my entire restaurant is full, 250 people. My chef calls and says, I had too much booze last night. I have a bad hangover. Sorry, I can't come to work. Disconnect the call. I'm the manager. What do I do? What do I do? What are my options? People need to have breakfast, right? People need to have breakfast. What are my options? Look for a cook. 8 a.m. Sunday morning, 250 people waiting to eat. I go outside and say, hey, can I find a cook, please? Sorry? Staff member? Okay, good. What are my options? My only viable option is Mr. Premchand from Jind, Haryana. Who came to me and said, Sam, tension ka diya, I make breakfast. Okay. मैं लिया रब दा नाम. Okay, you make breakfast now. This guy has zero knowledge about continental cooking. Zero. No formal training. There's other chefs who've been to 4 years of hotel school, culinary training. He's learned just by observing. I had no option. I said, go do it. I'll support you. I'll do whatever I can. I jumped in. I helped them with toast and others. Everybody jumped in. But he was the one who was on the hot plate, cooking everything. Everybody was taken care of. All our 250 guests were fed properly. We had a great breakfast. Round of applause there for Prem. Yes. Woohoo! Prem's story gets interesting. Next week, my regional general manager comes and says, what happened last week? I said, you know what? The head chef, George, he didn't turn up. He had too much booze the night before. He said, how did you manage breakfast? I said, I have this little gem here. His name is Prem. So really, a dishwasher was able to make breakfast? I said, indeed. Then why are we paying him the salary for a dishwasher? Why don't we promote Prem? Prem was promoted to assistant chef from a salary of 485 immediately to 8.05. All right, that's a step up for a person going the extra mile. Deserves a round of applause, doesn't it? But his story doesn't end there. It gets very interesting. I tell you, if you go into that group where there is less competition, you suddenly flourish. He started learning Spanish. Now, he started learning English. He got better with his cooking. Everything he has the right attitude, the right mindset. He didn't have the skill set, yes or no? Earlier skill set nahi tha, but kya tha? Mindset tha. And I tell you this, if you have the right mindset, you can acquire the skill set. Skills आप सीख सकते हो, पर अगर दिमाग खराब हो गया ना, तो वो हर चीज का नुकसान कर देता है. So you got to keep your mindset positive. You with me? In the next 3 years, long story short, Prem got promoted to 12 pounds an hour, to 15,000 pounds per annum. Last, when I left my job, he was on a salary of 22,000 pounds as an assistant head chef in a period of 4 years from zero to hero. His story still does not end there. He and the Spanish waitress, they got married. He moved to Barcelona. Today, Prem runs 5 pizza takeaway outlets in Madrid, in Spain. So if you go and visit him, go to one of his outlets. Right? He still calls me. He still calls me and I know when he calls, he'll still have that Sam, ki haal hai, right? He'll still have that same way, but his progress is unbelievable, phenomenal. So if you want to do that, you want to have success in your life, there are no shortcuts. Okay. Take a deep breath in and affirm to yourself, there are no shortcuts to success. Say out loud, please, there are no shortcuts to success. जो शख्स आपको शॉर्टकट्स दिखा रहा है, he's playing on your weakness. You're vulnerable, you're young, you want everything quickly. Whoever comes and promises you a shortcut is playing on your weakness. Success, whether it's in India or Canada or US, there are no shortcuts. Jida kam karan da tarika, uda itthe hi America. Right? And that is the second thing you got to keep in mind. If your mindset is right, you can create and add value anywhere. So, this is the actual research coming from the Harvard Business School. Luck is as much to do with attitude as it has to do with probability. If we look at the numbers, we'll say luck is all about probability, right? It's random. Throw a dice, it's random, right? But their research has proved, well, luck in real life scenarios, not throwing dice or not gambling, good luck in life, at work, in business, has a lot to do with your attitude also. It's not just about probability. It's not just about a random chance. Okay? So here are a few things I want to leave you with. Number 1, practice Kaizen. How many of you have heard the term? Kaizen means continuous improvement. It's a Japanese philosophy which means continuous gradual improvement. Every day, take a deep breath in once again, inhale, and say out loud, every day, louder please, every day, in every way, I will get better and better. Every day, in every way, I will get better and better. That's Kaizen, which means what are the small changes I can do today? What are the small changes I can do to improve my body language, my skills, my knowledge, my everything? Which means you're constantly attuned for growth. Let's do a simple experiment. Next 30 seconds, I want you to look for the color green in this room, okay? Next 30 seconds, this is what I want you to do. Sitting where you are, what do you have to do? Look for the color green. Your time starts now. In 3, 2, and 1. Go. Notice color green in as many places as possible, please. sitting right where you are. You're wearing a nice grease shirt. Glance on the podium. Look for the color green, sitting where you are. All right, good. Time's up. Did you find the color green? Yes, no? Why? Why green? Why not yellow? Not many people were looking at your t-shirt, my friend, which is yellow in color, right? A lot of people would be looking at yours, which is green in color. Why? You gave your mind a specific command, right? And the command was, I want to look for color green. What happened? What was the result? You found the color green. Same way. If you give your brain a specific command, which is, I want to grow, I want to get better, what will happen? You will find ways to grow and to get better. That is what it is. Your mind attuned to that. Achieve small wins to feel good about yourself. You take a small step forward, you feel good, right? So this is how improvement works. It's not about big leaps forward. During the virtual, when we had to move from live presentations to creating a virtual studio in our office, there were so many technological challenges. You know, my area did not have a fiber connection. We had a normal copper connection where the upload speed was very low, 7 to 8 megabytes per second. For us to present in HD, we needed at least 40, 50 megabytes. So the day we had our fiber connection installed, we had a little party, right? The day we bought the new mic, we had a little party. The day we bought new lights, we said, wow, that's a little... So this is the same way approach your life. The day you make a small improvement, you know, give yourself a little treat and say, I'm on the right way. That's how you progress. And do it without expectation of applause or appreciation. A lot of youngsters are not able to make progress because you are constantly expecting that somebody should pat me on my back. Yes, is that correct? Now, a lot of people were, during the Zoom seminars, a lot of people were wearing shorts underneath the suits. You would be wearing a coat and then wearing shorts. These are the people who only dress up for others. If you dress up for yourself, you would want to wear the full suit, right? Because it's not about what other people think, it's about how you feel. So do it for yourself. That's what I'm asking you to do. Do it for yourself. Do it for the person that you will become in the process. Don't do it for anybody. वो क्या किसका डायलॉग था मुझे याद नहीं कि मुझ पे एक एहसान करना कि मुझ पे देखिए सारे डायलॉग आते हैं ना. For every other question I'm asking, why is this grass is growing? It's taking 10 minutes. Movie ka this is therefore research also proves attention is selective. Yes or no? Attention is selective. मुझ पे एक एहसान करना कि मुझ पर कोई भी एहसान ना करना. Do me a favor that don't do me any favor. So whatever you want to do it for yourself. Because if you try to do anything to impress other people, guess what? They're not going to be impressed. That's a wrong strategy. Try impressing yourself. Yes? What's your name, my friend? Arnav. Arnav. Try impressing yourself, Arnav. So when Arnav can go in front of the mirror 3 days from now or 7 days from now, Arnav can say to himself, I'm a better Arnav than the last version of the Arnav. Right? And then we have a better Arnav. And we have so many better Arnavs, and that what happens? We have a better country, yes or no? We have a better society, yes or no? Right? That's how we build. Change begins from within. So I hope you will keep these things in mind. And in closing, this is one of the most popular stories we published on our YouTube channel. Was of this carpenter. You've heard the story, the Carpenter Story? It went viral 6-7 years ago maybe, so now it's not that popular anymore. But an old story goes, in the US, with a certain building contractor, there was this carpenter who had been associated with him for 35 long years. How many? 35. The builder would take the contracts, the carpenter would help him with the timber and all that, the designs. Most houses in North America are built using timber instead of concrete. And the carpenter now grown old. So he said to himself, he said, I think I should take retirement now. I should go and see my boss and request him, sir, mera final wo mere bana dijiye. But I feel that I should lead a retired life now. I should spend time with grandkids. So the contractor said, are you sure? Are you sure? Because I still feel that you can do a lot more work. He said, my mind is made up. I would like to retire. Okay, fine. The contractor says, but you know what? Just yesterday, we have received the request to build the one last house. Very important. It's a very important project. Can you please do it for me? His heart was not into it.
He wanted to say no, but he said yes out of obligation. They worked together for 35 years. He said, okay, fine, if it's the last one, I'll do it for you. We've had such a good association, I cannot say no to you. So normally he would finish a house in about 30 days. This house was made in a record time of 15 days. Poor design, poor material, poor supervision. He just wanted to get the job done and go out of there. His heart was not in it. You with me? Sometimes you're doing a task and your heart is not in the task. And so the 15 days have gone by and he's very happy to be back in the contractor's office, and he says, sir, the last house is done. Thank you very much. Accounts has cleared my dues and I will see you on the beach sometime. We'll have a beer together. I said, no, wait, come back here. Where are you going? You served me for 35 years. I must give you something to recognize your efforts, to appreciate you. Please take these keys. So he pulls out a bunch of keys from his pocket of the same house that he had built and gives them into his hands and says, this, my friend, is your retirement gift. The same house. जैसे चाबी उसके हाथ में आई, said, काश मुझे पहले पता होता. I wish I knew this before. And those are the most dangerous words you can say to yourself 4 years from now. काश मुझे पहले पता होता कि ये वक्त कितना कीमती था. ये वक्त निर्धारित करेगा कि मेरा जीवन किस डायरेक्शन में जाए. काश मुझे पहले पता होता. Don't let your life be one of regrets. Let your life be of course correction. गलती हर इंसान करता है. Today close the old chapters, school, college, whatever the past mistakes, and start afresh. You guys have been a wonderful audience and it's been a pleasure being here.